But it's kind of, we don't know if you've seen the show. We kind of just like, we just chop it up. It ain't nothing too like.
Well, I'm cool with that.
You know what I'm saying?
We can chop it up.
Yeah. You said you came from Portsmouth?
Yeah, I just came from downtown.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know you said, well, no, before we even get into that, I really wanted to say I loved your performance at the High Tide joint.
Okay.
I think it was another girl with you, right?
Mac.
Mac? Okay. Mm-hmm. I didn't even know that was you. So I did an open mic at that shit. I don't know if you were there when I did it, but I seen y'all's performance, and then at the Balby at her festival.
Working Out the Kinks.
Yeah, at the Working Out the Kinks joint, I had seen you, like you was like over there with the DJ.
Yeah.
And my boy TC was like, yo, that's Lex, blah blah, she fire and shit. Then they said it on the mic. And then not even till like 2 days ago, she was like, that's the girl that did that like Telfar song at the show or whatever. I was like, hell, hold up. That was her. So yeah, that was you. I really fucked with the performance. That Telfar shit been in my head for like 3 days.
I appreciate it.
Trapping out the, come on. You know what I'm saying?
Little catchy tune.
Yeah.
Get people hip.
Yeah.
The Telfar bag. I mean, I always got the Telfar bag on me. Not today, unfortunately, but keep that Telfar bag on me.
I wasn't even hip to what it was. Like, that she told me that it was a bad company. I was like,
I think it's something a lot of people are getting hip to right now. Shout out to Telfar Clemens. But it's just a bag that comes in multiple colors. It's very simple.
Is it like expensive joint or?
It range.
Okay.
It range. It got like the small ones, the medium ones, and then the large ones. So yeah, but they about 100 plus. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like they ain't a $50 bag. They're a little pricey.
Yeah. But no shit. Welcome to the Off-World Podcast, man. Fuck, I'm sitting here with Lex Lucent, recording artist. Oh yeah, for sure. Appreciate you for coming through. She's a recording artist. You say you in Portsmouth right now, but you told me about to move back to New York.
Yes.
So you from out there?
So yeah, I was born there.
Yeah.
Give y'all my little background. I was born there. Was back and forth as a child, but I was raised in Virginia. I be saying I'm from everywhere, but majority of my life I was raised in Virginia Beach, so I claim Virginia Beach. Salem, I went to Salem High School. So yeah, all down Gravenhurst, you would have found me. So the real niggas know where I was at. But I graduated from IC Norcom in Portsmouth. We moved out there.
That's high school?
Yeah.
Okay.
We moved out there for a little while. So that's where I reside. That's just how I'm gonna leave it at that.
Where'd you like start making music at though?
In New York. So a lot of people don't know that I did fashion for 5 years. So when I was living at in New York at the time, which was back in like 2018, I believe, I was there pursuing fashion. Like I was getting ready to I was getting ready to go to Fashion Institute, and then I kind of had like a mental thing happen, and it was just like, fashion isn't for me, like that's not what I want to do. I want to do something else. But I've been writing music since I was younger. I always was hip to music. People, the real niggas know. Back in the day, I was in this little rap group. It was called So Wavy. I wasn't even like rapping at the time, but I just knew I could do this rap shit because I knew that I knew how to write raps, but I never recorded them. So I was just in this group, and it became.
What'd you do in the group?
Just existed,
Okay.
Like I linked up with these niggas one time. They was telling me how they was doing music, whatever. And then I'm like, yeah, I want to be in the group, And then that was it. It was nothing. It was nothing after that. We just disappeared after that. It was like Facebook era 2012 vibe, everybody trying to be cool on Facebook. So it was one of those things. And yeah, I'm getting a little too far.
Where did you graduate high school? My
bad. 2015.
Okay. Yeah.
I graduated early though. So before I lose my train of thought. So yeah, back then I just knew my passion was rapping. So when I had my little mental breakdown when I was living in New York City, I'm like, I'm gonna pursue rapping again because it's something that makes me happy. And that's actually when I wrote my song called Why You Mad. I'm not sure if you heard that song before.
Yes, like Yum. Yeah.
So
I heard it earlier. I seen the
yeah,
video.
that's why I
Yeah.
wrote my song. So I'm like, I'm gonna start it off like this, because people nowadays, they rap about whatever. A lot of it don't have substance. So I'm like, if niggas can do this and niggas getting away with doing this, then I'm like, I can do this. You know what I'm saying? And I know I'm good at doing this. So I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna do a little cat in a hat rap, which was what it came to be. I'm like, I'm gonna just do some rhyming shit. Why you mad? Why you sad? You know what I'm saying? And niggas was fucking with it. Shout out to my friends for just fucking with me. That's the real reason why I'm doing this shit. Like, just telling me to just like, you can do this.
Did you feel like you was like settling though with your skills? Because you like, I think I told you before, you're like a real rapper. Like you actually rap. You like we talking about right now.
I actually rap.
So did it feel like like I'm watering it down and like, you know what I'm saying?
No, because at the end of the day, I'm doing this for me and not nobody else. So if it's something that makes me happy, then I'm gonna do it.
Yeah.
I'm an Aquarius, so I don't care what people got to say about what I'm doing. So I'm just like, yeah, I'm gonna do it, and I'm gonna be cool doing it, cause like I said, people are gonna either rock with it or they're not. So
you touched on like the mental breakdown too. Like what was that like? Like
fashion, I mean, everywhere you go is competitive in any lane you're in, you know. So that particularly being in New York, which is like the fashion city, you get what I'm saying, and just seeing other people and how passionate they are about doing fashion, I was just like, I'm not this passionate. Like, I'm not this passionate to make sacrifices to do this, but I would be passionate about doing that for music if it really came down to it. So it's just like kind of battling, like I just wasted, 5 years of my life doing fashion. Now I'm about to give this up to do something that is a very big, pond full of fish. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's hard to even be kind of super successful in this music thing. So, that just like debate you have with yourself when it's just like, is it going to be worth it? Kind of like just putting something aside that you've been doing to do something completely new and just not knowing the outcome. So it was just like that debate. And then I just had that fuck it. I'm like, I'm going to just do it because, hey, I could die tomorrow. So let's do it.
And arguably fashion might even be fucking harder to get into than music.
Facts.
From what I've seen, I don't really know like too much about it. But I know even Kanye had, what Kanye was talking about and shit. But I feel like yeah, sure.
Facts.
She used to work for like Guess, and then she like worked for like Gap. But she had like I think her baby daddy, uncle, or is like Lex Lucent. So they helped her get a job. But without that connection, she'd probably been up there. Because New York is like.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like it's like when you see people in the drive they have out there, I'm like, this not me. Like I can't relate. So I'm not gonna waste my time doing something like, yeah, I'll dabble in it still, but I just know I'm more passionate about doing music than doing fashion. So.
Yeah, and then you also said like jumping into something new and not knowing the outcome.
Right.
But I feel like that's like the most beautiful thing though, like because you don't have to kind of like know how you gonna get there. Like that's the fun part. You just you showing up every day. You putting your time in.
I've lost the. How can I say? I've lost the idea of like thinking ahead. You know what I'm saying? Like thinking of like, I'm doing this so I can be here. I lost that mindset. Like I just leave it at, I'm here. I'm doing what I love to do every single day. And I'm going to live in the moment every single day. And I know one day that I will be where I want to be. It doesn't have to be, like me being famous or whatever, but just being stable enough to like make music and live comfortably. Yeah. I know one day I'm going to accomplish that, but I'm here today because I can be gone tomorrow, and I'm going to embrace every moment type vibe. So, yeah, that's how I carry it.
And it's like with this music shit too, it's so many different levels. Like you don't gotta be mainstream, but you can have yourself a little 20,000, 50,000 fans.
Exactly.
You touring, you making money, you living.
I don't even care about all that. I just want to be stable. Even if it's just me living in a nice little condo with a studio in it. Like,
Yeah.
that's all I'm really here for. I mean, when people tell me that they do like my music, I think that's like a bonus because other people can like feel kind of like what I'm expressing, and it's a nice feeling, but it's not like something I'm chasing after. Like, it's more so like you could feel the same way too. Like, you could be anything you want to be too. So that's my biggest thing with everything. Like,
That's my favorite thing about hip hop too, because hip hop, well, I feel like originally kind of strayed away from that a little bit, but it was literally the purest form of somebody being themselves totally. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just embody that and you make a business out of that, and you like, and I feel like that resonated like with the people too. But I don't know where the fuck I was going with that. I was gonna say too, like, so you lived in New York and these different places. Do you like living in like big cities more?
yes, I'm a city girl all the way.
Okay.
I love being able to do shit. Like, out here is cool, you know, but it's only something to do every now and then.
It's been getting more things.
It has been getting better. I'm gonna give it that. But in New York, you could wake up and just go do some shit.
You decided to get a car out there or no?
Nah. It's too aggressive. It's like, yeah, no. Because when I was living out there, I lived in Brooklyn for a bit. Then I lived in Queens. And living in Queens is like, you in the suburbs a bit. But trying to get back to Brooklyn is like an hour plus ride every single time and make you not want to go nowhere. But like, if you had a car, you can go to point A to point B, but like when you're in Brooklyn and in the city, like, it's too much. It's overwhelming. It's too overwhelming.
I spent a weekend in New York, and I feel like, well, I went a lot of places in that one weekend. Like, we went to Brooklyn, like Queens. My boy lived in Queens, so I stayed the night with my boys at my boy's grandma's. On Jamaica, or it was on Jamaica Ave. Yeah, Al Hollis. Matter of fact, Al Hollis on Jamaica Ave. But yeah, like, my feet hurt like never before on that weekend. Just from like walking around so much. I was like, yo, they really they in a different gear out here as far as just movement and
Word.
like
Word.
Yeah, and it's like, I feel like it's a difference too, like just seeing what do you think that like the city life does to like just that feeling of being with people? Because like you see like a new face every day you see so many new faces every day. Do you feel like you get like what's the word? Numb to like just meeting new people, or like, you know, kind of New York people just like mind their business, like don't really.
Yeah. One thing I like about the city life is like you could just be walking in the city and one thing you're going to see is everybody's going to work. You feel me? Everybody, stomach hungry, but everyone's ambitious. Everybody's like, I got to go get this money today.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's what I love about it so much. Like, you could just be walking in the city and everybody's on the move. Nobody's just sitting, lounging. Everybody's getting to it. And I think, like, that's what I like about it so much. Like I said, you can get up and do whatever. Whatever you need to get done that day, you can probably do it. So, like, that's what I love so much about it. Like, I don't know, I can't relate. And then, you know, also growing up there, that's probably what drives me to being there so much.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I feel it. Fucking.
Everybody moving.
So you in the group? You said So Wavy. How do you go from that to How do you go from that to ultimately,
if you find
like,
my old Facebook, you might just see an edited picture with So Wavy on it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I was in that group. And then, like I said, it kind of just dissolved itself because niggas was growing up and I was cool with them, but I wasn't cool with them. So, yeah. And I wrote music a lot as a child. I think I've been writing music since I was 13. And I'll never forget it. Like, I think I probably would have been, you know how people be like, I would have been more successful if I would have started at a younger age, right?
Yeah.
So, like, I feel like that could have happened for me. But this one experience that I had, mind you, I'm like 13, 14, I think. Lil Wayne, who's one of my inspirations, he dropped, you know, his mixtapes and whatnot. And I think it was Carter 4. I can't remember which one it was. But if you know the Mega Man song.
Oh, yeah.
Right? And I wrote a rap to it. You know?
That was the one that had like blunt blowing on there and.
I think so. I think so. He got so much goddamn music, but
yeah, for sure.
I had wrote a rap to the instrumental or whatever. My shit was hard. You know what I'm saying? Talking about fucking bitches, pussy, all that shit. Like, just wilding the fuck out. Mind you, I'm like 14, 15 years old. Yeah. And, you know, I leave it in my little old white MacBook, close it up.
Oh, you recorded it?
No, I just wrote it.
Oh, okay.
Go to my friend's crib. I come back home, open up MacBook. My shit missing. So I'm like, there's only one person who will find this paper. And it was my mama. You know what I'm saying? Oh, yeah. So I'll never forget it when she found a paper of me writing my raps. And I just remember getting my ass beat that day because she was like, why are you cussing so much? She said, the shit fire, but why are you cussing so much? And I'm like, I don't know, but I know my shit hard. You know, that's how I felt. But from then I was like, I'm not trying to get my ass beat, so I'm going to chill on it. You know, like, so I think that's why I stopped writing music, but I felt like
fuck it, I'm not writing. I'm
not trying to get my ass beat no more. Like, I'ma chill. So I was like writing songs, just trying to tone it down. But I felt like if maybe I didn't have that experience, that I would have started younger, like recording music.
Going harder earlier.
Yeah, very young. But everything happened for a reason. But I just remember getting my ass beat for that. And my mom we talk about it today.
Yeah.
So
what she say about your music now?
And she listens to my music. She one of my supporters. It's more so of like I respect my mama. I'm gonna say that. I respect my mama to the highest. So like when I'm around her, I'm not disrespectful, but she know when I'm out doing what I gotta do, I'ma just be me 100%. But when I'm with her, I tone it down. But she's listening to my music. She's been to my shows. She supports me to the fullest. So, yeah.
What was the what was just like the thought process before? Because you have an album out right now. In case you forgot.
It's a mixtape.
Right, it's a mixtape.
Yeah.
That's I think your only project out, right?
Well, I just dropped a little EP today called Casual Flex.
Okay, I'm not even hit.
Yeah,
I'll put that in the description.
With
sure.
Start. Prod by EK. 3 songs. Yeah, but that's it though. Just that in the project. Some songs on iTunes, some songs on SoundCloud. That's about it.
Yeah, I seen you dropped the While You Mad joint with Airwave. Is that just like on their channel? Y'all got like a partnership or something?
No, that was actually shout out to Colt. But that was my first music video ever. So I just felt like, why not drop it on Airwave if it's my first music video? Yeah. And that it was Yum and Period, which is on my mixtape. But yeah, shout out to Colt. Like I said, he was the one that put me on game for having that up there. That was my first music video. I think it hit like 5K in 2 days. Like, it went up.
That's all organic shit.
Yeah, niggas fuck with my shit. I think I was the first female rapper to be on their YouTube as well. So that was a cool little vibe. That's just to start the year off. Like, that's how I started. Like, kind of took a break because of COVID. So I didn't really make music last year. So I only been making music for 2 years, going on 3. So you take a year out, I really only been making music for a year. So.
Any thoughts on just like on Airwave, what they doing, what they trying to do and shit right now?
I definitely fuck with the vision. You know what I'm saying? Like, we definitely have a scene out here, and I'm glad they are taking the steps to, you know, do what they got to do to put some of us artists on and giving us that platform, especially with like the playlist and like the events that they be hosting. Big shout out to them. I support anybody that support this artist. So I think that shit fire for sure.
I agree. Like, I feel like the scene out here is like, it's like untapped oil, like type shit. Like,
facts.
If it's like if it's some A&R, if I was an A&R just sitting somewhere right now,
Word.
And you just stumble across like the 7, just like the 7 alone,
Word.
You're like, yo, I think we got something. Here. You know what I'm saying? And,
a lot of people got it out here, not just me. Like, a lot of people got it out here, but, you know, everybody don't have the drive or, like, the motivation to keep doing this because it is a dog-eat-dog world, you know what I'm saying? And everybody ain't going to be able to make the sacrifices that need to be made to do it. So it's only a few of us that's going to make it, but I wish the best for everybody. Everybody out here snapping. So
you touched on sacrifices. My bad.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Sacrifices for sure.
What are some sacrifices you think you made?
I'm going to say one... This shit expensive. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I agree.
Paying for these music videos, you know, is OD. I'm gonna say the second thing is time, you know, because like you gotta have patience, you gotta have time to do it. So if you work in a job, you know, you gotta be in the mental state.
You only got so much energy in it.
You know what I'm saying? Like to even write some shit down or whatever, and you're working, and it may be hard to even channel that energy that you want to give your music and time into. I feel like that's a sacrifice. So it's either, I think every artist goes through that, like work or be an artist, you know what I'm saying? Or, you know, whatever you do, it's always that battle for working for the white man or doing what I want to do, you know what I'm saying? So like, I always do the doing what you want to do, but it's not easy because, you know, like you got to hustle to get your bills paid. And I feel like that's a sacrifice you also have to make when you're an artist or anything creative, because a lot of people don't see creativity, you know, as a real job, you know? So like I said, there's many things that we battle with, to be honest. Depression, not thinking you're good enough, you know? So like we make sacrifices every day. That's how I put it.
Yeah.
You know?
I feel like the more we go like into the future, like creativity is just gonna be more and more valued. Like the more we have the more we have like technology and shit that can do all these other things for us and make life easier that way. Like I feel like creativity is something that like, I don't know. It should obviously shit makes the world go around. Everything that exists. I mean, somebody seen a fucking regular light bulb and got a creative way. Like, yo, let me make that shit brighter. Let me make it change colors or like.
I
everything
see,
like
the way our generation is going, like we don't play that. This generation don't play that. Like literally, we're gonna do what we want to do. You know, a lot of people, you see a lot of us starting businesses and venturing off and doing things that we want to do, and more creative to us. Is like what you see a lot, especially on the internet. You see a lot of people just doing them, and I feel like if you give it some time, like you said, it's going to be a lot more of it than less of it. So I'm excited to see really what happens through time. So
what are you, as far as just like social media, what role does that play? Like in your career right now, do you focus on certain platforms more than others, or?
So I hate social media. I feel like that shit fake. You know what I'm saying? Like, people can build up fake images of themselves, and I like what's real. I like to be organic. I'm a hugger. Like I said, I like to be organic. Like I like to vibe with people, because I feel like it's been one too many times where people give you this image and you meet them and it's just like, this you? You know what I'm saying? So I definitely hate social media, but it is a super beneficial platform for artists. So it's like I kind of have to use it. I stay deleting some shit on social media. So it's just like I stay archiving, just be archiving shit all the time. And I just be like, I be forgetting that people be watching. Like people want to see like what you're doing. Like, and like I said, it's beneficial for us creatives. Like you can reach the world. Like you can literally get famous off the internet. You know, you can make money off the internet.
For doing anything, though.
They're making it so easy to make money off the internet, too. I know people hate, like, the algorithm, but the way they set it up for, like shopping and all those things, like, they really set it up in a wavy way. So, like, it's the pros and cons, but I'm going to do what I have to do to promote my music if I want other people to listen. So, kind of got to deal with it.
Just on algorithms, I don't know if you're hip. This was like, I think last year. You know, like how here a lot of the algorithms will push like drama and arguments like to the top of the feed, so everybody looks at that type shit. There's this, I forgot what country it was now, but they have their Facebook algorithm over there. It's like they set it up to where what's at the top of the feed is shit that people would like two people that normally disagree, whatever they do agree on, they'll push that to the top. So they push like common shit that people agree on. You know what I'm saying? It's just
no,
like
I'm not hip.
It's just like a part of like I feel like a lot of this shit is like you ever seen Tomorrowland? It's a movie about where like they have this
Oh no! I seen it. Yeah, I
world
seen it.
where like dreamers
yeah.
go.
Yeah.
So you know how the machine that was like predicting the future was actually creating the future. So I feel like that's what we do with like social media. Like the more shit you like promote and talk about and throw in the mix, even if it's not necessarily true, that shit like becomes true. You like manifesting your own reality, and sometimes you can do that shit in a negative way. Like
Word.
I don't know, like any thoughts on just like manifesting or just like being tapped into that, like.
Yeah, I'm super into that. I'm definitely a spiritual person. I feel like I'm in line with the universe. But nah, I definitely believe watch what you say. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever you're speaking into it. Just solely off the fact of like I had a friend, not gonna say their name or whatever, but they literally was just like, I wanna die, and then died within hours. You know what I'm saying? So like I'm a heavy like watch what you say, you know, speak the positive vibes. I've seen miracles happen when you speak them. So I just know that like the higher being or, you know, God or whatever, that like, you know, all this shit happens for a reason. Every step we take happens for you know, a reason. So I'm big on that, you know. Look, I just try to inspire others to be themselves, be positive. You don't always got to be negative, you know, when you're with someone. Keep the positive energy. There's no need to be on some weird shit. Like, I just feel like big on the life's too short. I lost my dad at 15, you know what I'm saying? So seeing that at a young age is just like, you worry about the wrong things when you can be gone tomorrow.
Yeah.
So I just try to keep it positive with people and just try to motivate people. My big thing is just to do what you want to do and be yourself and live today.
It's crazy too, cause like some people like really need that fucking that like word, like we all put this like fucking filter up, like we got it all figured out and shit. But a lot of us is like one compliment away from doing what we really want to do, or we're one fucking insult away from quitting, or like you know what I'm saying. So it's like. So I like giving people nice words and shit like that, because you never know how you can inspire somebody, and the slightest way could change somebody's whole life. Like, you know what I'm saying?
And I know like life getting away for everybody, and we have our moments where like we don't kind of want to be bothered, or just like some fuck you type shit, or even just being hurt, you know? So like I get how we can be a little but I try my best to just be positive, even though that person may not give a fuck. But I just try to be positive, because I'm just like, once again, if I'm gone tomorrow, I know that I was a good person. So that's all that matters to me, to be honest.
You said words are powerful. I like that. I have a bar in one of my shits. I said, watch what you say. The word is magic.
It really is. It really is. I don't know how this life shit work, but I know it's some things you just got to pay attention to. And really just, you know, just watch what you say. Keep it positive.
Yeah, for sure.
Keep it positive.
I was gonna ask you too, like, what's it like the just performing live? You know what I'm saying? What's that experience like for you?
I definitely love performing now. Shout out to Utopia Fitty. Give them their props, because that's how I really got comfortable with being in front of people. Yeah. So big shouts out to them when I first started making music. I went to one of their open mics as well, and performed Yum, and I stopped calling my phone, and then just kind of just been vibing with everyone there since then, and people showing me love. Like, whole time people always tell me, I love your confidence on stage, and
but you don't feel confident. You nervous on stage?
I definitely be nervous on stage, but nowadays though, like, I'm very comfortable with like just being on stage, because it's fun. Like, I get to pop my shit. And people vibing with me, so it's a good time. It's like every time the world hears your music for the first time, it's always a good feeling, because like it's just like you know, it's a boost of confidence. I'm the shit. That's how I feel. Like, especially when I'm on stage and I'm like, I'm out to show people that I'm the shit, because I'm just that confident within myself.
I love it. I've been on the same shit. Like, I've been trying to do more shows and shit like that, but it's like it's also the more you do it, you just get better at it. It's like playing a fucking video game.
Exactly.
When you in the beginning, that shit, you might be sucking and dying and shit. Like, damn, I don't even want to play this shit no more.
It's always something to learn. Like, okay. So it's always something to learn We can act like we know everything, but it's always something to learn. And I'm the type, I can take criticism, like, if I feel like it's the appropriate criticism, not being bashed or anything. But if I feel like it's the appropriate criticism, I can take it. But majority of the time, I know that, like I said, I'm the shit. And, hey, can't nobody tell me nothing. But like I said, it comes with, like, it's a confidence booster. When you're on stage and you see people, like, vibing with you. And it's like, damn, like, oh, they vibing. Like, they like this shit. So that's always a good time.
And who's to say, like, if you're really making like art that's just like true to you and you really feel that way, you're not even really looking for criticism. Or it's like sometimes you're not even, or like who was that director that said it was like, I think it was the motherfucker that did the Once Upon a Time in Hollywood shit. I don't know if you've seen that.
I ain't
But
that.
they asked him about, like, when he makes movies, like, does he think about, like, how people are going to react to it and shit? He's like, I don't think about people at all. He's like, I make some shit that I want to see, and then I just pray that other people like it, too.
I just feel like you literally know, like, back to that, just knowing yourself and that whole spiritual thing, like, you just know, you can feel it in your bones when it's just like, yeah, I don't need no type of answer for this. I just know that this shit fine. Yeah. And you just know it. Your body know it because you feel it. And at the end of the day, I tell everybody to be selfish because when you're in your own skin, this world is about you. You know what I'm saying? It's not really about anybody else. It's how you gonna live today. It's how you gonna eat today. It's how, you know what I'm saying, how you feeling today. So it's just like, look, man. For real. That's really how I be.
Yeah. So you say you started making music at 13, got in trouble for the raps. Your first rap, you stopped for a little bit. But I feel like so you started a while ago, but I feel like you only been dropping for like a little bit now, kind of recently. You said like 2 years.
Yeah.
So it's like, what do you feel like you learned like in this 2 years of just dropping and shit, you know?
So, like I said, you learn something new every day. I just be thinking you drop shit and that's it. But then, like, you learn something, it's like, it's rollouts, it's funds. You got to do all this extra shit to really grab people's attention. So it went from, like, just, I want to be a rapper and I'm just going to put my music out to you seeing other artists got rollouts. They getting billboards. They got CDs. They got, you know what I'm saying, posters, events, you know. And I'm like, I got to do this too. Like, I just can't make music. But when you have people that fuck with you, it's only right that, and also support you because they the ones really putting money in your pocket. It's only right that you give that same energy back in different ways for them to benefit off of, you know, because it's like a cycle. I don't know who I was talking to. I was talking to somebody yesterday, and I was pretty much saying, like, without my supporters, I would mix it with my success plus my talent, of course. But, like, without them, you really not going to eat, you know? Like, because you need those people that's boosting you up, supporting, because that's what the world is going to see, that people are supporting you for you off rip. You know that. Like, people are the type to be like, oh, she got fans, you know.
They want to see other people.
You know what I'm saying? They want to see other people support. You could be talented, you know, and it'll go but so far. But when you really think about it, though, like, she got fans. Oh, and she talented. She know how to work it. You know what I'm saying? She know how to be herself and work every aspect of being an artist. People are looking at that. So.
Yeah, I just been trying to lately I've been really trying to match my real life energy on social media. Mm-hmm. And it's like, it's kind of hard to do sometimes. I don't know. I never really I don't know. You know, some people be all vague and shit on social media. And like, I don't really want to give off the impression like that I have it all figured out because I don't. Mm-hmm. Or it's like, I fall in love with the process. Like, that's really, we was talking about this on the last joint too. Like, we was talking about purpose and shit and like how you can maybe get lost in your purpose and like, you know what I'm saying, if you're not living in the moment and shit. But it's just like a collection of your life is a collection of moments.
It is. It is definitely a collection of moments, and I feel like you're only getting lost in your purpose if you worry about the wrong things. Like I said, once again, like, do what you got to do for you and do that in a positive, you know, inspiring way. And it's going to flow. It's literally going to flow like water. Like, whatever's for you is going to be for you. when you sometimes set certain expectations, it's disappointment because it's just like, oh, I'm doing this music shit for followers, and what if you never get followers? Now your ego shot, and now you feel like I ain't the artist, but you could be hot, but your mind and your spirit not in the right place.
Yeah.
And I just feel like when you just chilling and you let life be itself, but also like be yourself, it works out. It literally works out. Keep your intentions good, and it always works out. Like despite the fucked up shit that be happening, but it always work out.
I like that you bringing up to like just having to be in the right like state of mind and your energy right, because I feel like a lot of people might not think about that. Like you see your favorite artists or your entertainers and people that are like on camera or whatever. It's like you really have to. It's a balance. You gotta put aside all that other shit like in real like in life that like your stress or whatever, and it's like. It's sometimes hard to get into that zone, or it's like
it is.
You got to get into a zone with it.
I feel like for me, how I get in my zone is nobody really gives a shit. This is just me. this might not be how people feel, but I feel like nobody really gives a shit. You know what I'm saying? Like people are so focused on themselves. You could be going through the most shit, but you are going through the most shit. Nobody else. So when you step out, people don't give a fuck about your problems. Especially if it ain't no close friends that's really genuinely trying to be there for you. Like, I just keep it cool. I just know, like, I'm going to deal with that shit at home if I'm going through some shit. Because why I'm going to sit here and be like, oh, help me. You know, what are you going to do for me? You know, like, I'm not finna ask for no handouts in some sort of way because I got shit going on. Everybody got shit going on. I kind of, one of my pet peeves, and there's nothing wrong with it, but, like, people who like use that as like a crutch, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, like what they have going
I'm
on.
going through shit, so I can't do this right now. And I'm just like, all right. Once again, if you die tomorrow, what you gonna be mad about? You not really just not worrying about it right now and being tight, or you at least being in some good spirit that you're just out here pursuing what you want to do, or you're with a loved one or whatever, because emphasis on you could be going tomorrow. That's my whole thing. Like, none of that other shit matter. So when I pop out, I'm not finna bring my problems here. That bring that negative energy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not finna make somebody else sad or make somebody else mad because I'm mad.
Are people still bullying people out here? Is that still a thing?
You said bullying?
Is bullying a thing still? Is it? I feel like we're past bullying. You know? All right.
I just think
for our age, it comes in like different ways.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's like
Yeah.
You got that little thing going on, or something. It's like a little shade that motherfuckers throw.
Yeah. I think people sensitive. Like.
I don't even think people really sensitive, man. People fake sensitive, man.
I think
emphasis
on that. People are fake sensitive, and this is a key reason why I hate social media, because one subject will blow up. And people are just hella sensitive about it. And then you give it a day or two, ain't nobody talking about that shit. Like, niggas say whatever. That's the one thing I hate. Niggas, it's too opinionated for me. And that's another reason why I stay off social media.
And I don't think like my bad.
Oh, no, you're fine. I just be like, what people be talking about. I'm just like, are y'all really hurt? or is it for show? Cause you got your freedom rights, you know? So like, it'd be weird. People be weird.
I also think like we're not meant to, like, we're not made to be like absorbing so much information as humans.
I agree.
You got it's too much shit going on. Mm-hmm. You can't keep up with it. Like, so I kind of try to block a lot of that shit out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I only believe what I see. Emphasis on that.
And sometimes you can't even believe that.
Right. I only believe what I see, and like you said, sometimes you can't believe on that. Quote, all caps, just mind your business. Like, literally just mind your business.
That's that New York talking.
People literally just be, like I said, on that social media shit, be worried about the wrong things. Like, you don't really give a fuck. Yeah. You don't really give a fuck. So, why you mad? Why you mad? Like, and to not give a fuck a couple weeks or two later. Niggas don't really... Niggas, like I said, the internet is fake. So I don't really be paying that whole stuff like no mind. So when you mention stuff to me about stuff that be happening, I don't pay no mind. I'm here. you know, that's how I feel. I'm here right now doing this interview, so I don't give a fuck about none of that other shit if it ain't my personal problems. So
I get it.
Yeah.
So you moving to New York?
Yes.
Is that that's official at this point? Like, is there a date you moving?
There's no date, but I just know. Well, I got accepted into the Rock Nation School of Music.
Oh,
so,
really?
Yes.
You said the Rock Nation?
Yes.
I didn't even know that shit was the thing.
Yeah, Jay-Z made that shit a thing like last year.
What?
So yeah, I got accepted into that shit with a scholarship. So I'm gonna get that free education. You feel me?
Hold on, how'd you apply for that?
Literally, you can either go on their Instagram. They was doing like promotional posts. You can go on their Instagram or on Rock Nation, and you can find it on there. You can go on LIU, which is Long Island University. That's where it's at. It's like a program, a part of that school. You can go on there. You can apply for it there. So I found it through my DJ. Shout out DJ Baby Old Pimp. But he sent me the file or whatever, like the link on Instagram. And I'm like, fuck it, it's Rock Nation. And Jay-Z, one of my inspirations as well.
That's hard. I didn't know he did that shit.
And I'm like, let me do it. It's
So you
Rock
get like
Nation.
a music degree?
I'm going to be getting a bachelor's in, I think, music production and, music management and education.
Do you like make beats and shit too?
Yeah.
Okay.
I do anything I want to do.
Did you make any of the beats on In Case You Forgot?
Shout out Fake Izumi. He made all my beats on that shit. We in his label called Flip Phone Plus. Shouts out to him. He made all those beats.
You say you in his label?
Yeah.
So y'all got a label? Okay.
Yeah.
You want to talk about that?
Yeah, we
How
can
that
talk
came
about
out?
that.
Yeah.
So big shout out Fake Izumi. He's a gold certified producer.
Yeah, he was supposed to come on the show. We had to reschedule. We're gonna hopefully make that happen one day.
Yeah, hopefully. I could talk to him or whatever. But so back to 2019, just started doing music. Had 2 songs, which was Yum, Stop Calling My Phone. Like I said, when you start doing shit, people start vibing with you, start fucking with you, and it becomes like a tree. You get what I'm saying? Like, it just keeps growing. So, like, he heard my music. I don't know where he heard my music from, but he heard my music, and at the time, he was doing, like, groove theory. So, it was, like, at the back. I don't know if people know where that's at. Well, it was downtown Norfolk. And he would host these events, and I would pop out. I don't really know how he knew me. I'm going to keep it real. I don't know how he knew me. I didn't really know him, but people knew him. I didn't know he was a producer. I was just showing up at his events. And I think we had a conversation one day, and he was like, I really fuck with your songs. I'm trying to send you some beats type shit. And I'm like, cool, we could do that, you know? And he sent me beats, and that's how, period. And another song of mine called BDE, Big Dick Energy, came about. And from then, when he heard that, he was just like, yeah, I'm starting out this label with another friend of mine. His name's Matt, who got the Dutch and a Diamond Count. And he was like, I'm putting this shit together. And I'm like, yeah, I didn't even know him, but it felt right. And I was just like, all right, cool, we gonna do it. Sure. And then
Just like that.
yeah, just like that. And at that time too, like, I was supposed to move to Atlanta, and I was just getting to meet them, but everything happens for a reason, you know what I'm saying? So I ended up not moving to Atlanta.
Because of that.
Nah, it was just other shit, you know what I'm saying? I ended up not moving to Atlanta, and I was able to link up with them more. So, like, through the year 2020 we was linking up, having sessions, and just making beats and songs. Well, he was making beats and we were making songs, and
dropping nothing, just cooking.
I literally have Yum, Stop Calling My Phone.
Oh, that's my neighbor is doing fireworks tonight. Just
Oh, okay.
that might go crazy for a second. I don't know how. He actually called me earlier. Like, yo, just a heads up, we letting all the neighbors know. We shooting fireworks tonight. I was like, all right, bro.
I'm so weak.
My dog's about to cry and shit.
I'm so weak. But yeah, I only literally have that Lucent EP with Yum, Stop Calling My Phone, the In Case You Forgot project, and this most recent one. It's very rare that I really drop music, but
Yeah.
it's a time-consuming thing. Like, when you feel like it's perfect is when it goes out. But through that year, we was having sessions linking, and we got those songs together for In Case You Forgot. So yeah, but that's the bro. Going on 2 years of knowing him. Big shouts out to him. He supports me 100%. Especially when I had that drop, he was hitting up like all the blogs and shit for me. So like, cause like I said, you learn something new every day. I'm like, you gotta hit up blogs.
I need to hit up some blogs.
What's an EPK? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, what is that? Like, you learn something new every day. But, yeah. So he did all that shit for me, and it's all love. It's all love.
Yeah. See, it's funny how you say you just met, bro, but that shit felt right.
Yeah, it felt right.
That's like more and more lately. Like the more I do things that I love and shit, and it's like you ever be doing something and you just get the feeling like that you're in literally the place you're supposed to be at, like at this very moment. You know what I'm saying? How to
trust your intuition. You know what I'm saying? Because it'll literally speak to you. Like I said, when you in the right headspace and you just positive. You know what I'm saying? Like you will literally feel what's right, what's wrong. It's like a little tap on your shoulder.
A
lot of people, it do. A lot of people be ignoring it. I ignore it sometimes too when I'm trying to be on some shit, you know, because we hard-headed as humans. So like, you know, when you get that little tap, you just trust it. It be feeling weird. Like I said, once again, it could be a situation where you're trying to make a sacrifice about something and you know this is what you want to do. You know your body going to keep telling you to do it. And regardless if it's a fail, it's not really a fail. It's a lesson, you know, because, like, everything happened for a reason, bro. Like, life's really about being your better self, like, and just every experience, just knowing what you're supposed to know.
You believe in free will?
Do I believe in free will?
Or is, like, everything predestined?
Like, everything...
You know what I'm saying?
So you think like everything is destined for me already? Like this what you
like saying? Like do you think like you have free will to decide what you want to do, or is your life written before you're born? You know what I'm saying? I
definitely think your life is what you decide, for sure. And I definitely feel like it happens for a reason. Like people be battling like, maybe I should have made this decision. Well, you didn't, you know, like you didn't make that decision. You made this one. I don't know what told you to make this decision, but you made it because you had the opportunity to make that decision. It wasn't like, I mean, if it's a situation like that for some people where somebody has that, but there's something ain't right. You know, like if somebody has them tell them you have to do this, you know, or you have to be this way, something ain't right. Because it's still your life. You got to be selfish. Like, you have to do what feels right for you. Like, I don't know no other way to put that. Like, there's no other way to put that other than you can make every decision you want to make. If I wanted to walk out this door right now, I could do that because that's my decision. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody holding me here. You know? Somebody did one day. Like, I want to get in an argument with somebody. Ain't nobody holding me here. I'm posting that shit. Honestly, one thing about me, I'm going to do what I'm going to do. And I'm not going to be in a place where I feel uncomfortable. Yeah. If I don't have to be there. Yeah. And you really don't got to be anywhere. For sure. My mom always told me the only thing you got to do is die. That's what we all got to do. Everything else. Period. It's up to you. Period. You know what I'm saying? Just on the creative process too, like like do you write, you freestyling, do you like working like at a certain time of the day or I'm a writer. I'm just now getting hip to the freestyling thing. I'm not the best freestyler. I mean, somebody told me too, writing is kind of like freestyling because you're writing, and how it works for me is just like I'll mumble some shit, then I'll put the words together and I'll write it down. So like, but I can't freestyle off the dome. I got friends that can, but not there yet. I'll be practicing. But I'm a writer, very passionate about that. I write my best raps on the toilet. That's a little thing. I've said that before. It's a little thing. Yeah, I write my raps early in the morning. Early morning shit. You know what I'm saying? Take me a little on the toilet. But I write my best raps in the morning. And I write in the morning sometimes too. When I'm driving, I'll just hear some shit in my head and just write it down and probably like revisit it later with some shit. Sometimes I'll just write something that I'm just hearing in my head and then add it to a beat. But, morning time is normally my vibe when I write music. And you write on your phone? Yeah. I used to write on a notebook, but, you know, it's the 21st century, so I'm just going to use my phone because it's there. Yeah. So. Can we get a Lex Lucent top 5, like, artists who you fucking with right now? At this point? I'm fucking with? You could do local, you could do industry. Oh, Oh gosh, I'm not the person to. It's hard to make a decision because I fuck with a lot of people out here. It's a lot of people that I fuck with out here, so it's really hard to.
Let's not even do
that.
Local people then. Let's do. You know what I'm saying?
Number one off rip gonna be Jay-Z.
Okay.
Off rip.
Rock Nation School.
Shout out to Rock Nation.
That's hard.
I hope he signed me one day. That's the only label I'll sell my soul for.
I just watched this Hall of Fame acceptance speech. Like earlier before we started this.
Big shouts out to JD. I said JD. What would Jesus do?
Oh.
Big shouts out to Jay-Z. Who else I fuck with? Foxy Brown. I'm saying these people from New York. I rock with them. You know, Pharrell Williams is tough.
Yeah.
Shit. I'm really fucking with Young Nudie right now.
Okay.
He's definitely giving me vibes. I really fucks with Rico Nasty for sure. These are like common people that I listen to if we're talking about like rap.
Yeah.
And yeah, myself. That's really it. Yeah. I try, but I don't really listen to other big artists' music like that. If it ain't Jay-Z, to be honest, if I'm just driving. Like, I don't really listen to music like that. But recently it's been Young Nudie. And always Rico, for sure.
I feel kind of the same. I usually listen to myself most of the time. And I might sprinkle, you know what I'm saying, a few people I fuck with.
I listen to myself every now and then. I get annoyed with myself sometimes. I play my shit. I'm like, I'm not trying to hear myself right now.
I get it.
I'm not trying to hear this shit. Like, especially all these old songs I got. I'm like, if I perform these damn songs one more time, I might just strangle myself.
So now imagine going on like a fucking year or two tour doing the same
I
song
know. And people
every
tell
night.
me, like, this is what you... I'm like, I know, but...
Yeah. No, that's a skill in itself too. I've been, like I told you, I've been rehearsing for my set, and that's a skill in itself. Finding that zone each time you do that shit, like,
yeah. I once I get my proper budgets, people go all out for preparing for their performances.
Oh, yeah, it's all
but
practice. Yeah.
I just be in the room in the mirror with it, just
on your BDE.
Yeah, just vibing out,
Yeah.
trying to figure out how to engage with people because that's a major thing. But then when you press yourself by all these things, but when you just really just go on your stage and on the stage and be yourself, people really just be vibing with you. And I realize like it's not too much to this shit. Like I really just go on stage and just be myself, and people fuck with it every time. That works for me. It may not work for the next person, but if you're trying too hard, then it ain't for you. Like you know what I'm saying? Like people be trying too hard to do shit.
I was gonna ask you too. Is there like a campus or not a campus? Is there dorms at that school of music, or is that like
Yeah, I believe there's dorms.
So you're gonna be staying there like on campus?
No, I'm gonna get my own crib.
Okay.
That's the goal. I got 2 dogs at home, so
Taking them with you?
yes, I'm not finna leave them here.
I didn't know if you had like
I
family
treat
here
my
that
dogs
you
like
leaving
my
with.
children. Like,
What kind of dog you got?
nah, I got a Doberman Hound mix. His name's Darko, after Michi Darko. And I got a Chowini. He's a Dachshund Chihuahua mix. And his name's Steve, after my pops, a.k.a. Steve Lacey, a.k.a. Baby Yoda.
So that's like a big dog and a small dog, right?
Yeah.
I got
And they look just like twins. They look just like brothers.
I got a fucking I got a German Shepherd and a miniature poodle.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I had a Shepherd. It was a Shepherd Husky mix.
Oh, they look fire.
But that nigga was bad. His name was Bang. And that nigga was bad. I had to give him back. I said, nah, you doing too much.
Bro, I looked it up. They actually got a fucking mixed breed between a Shepherd and a miniature poodle. So it basically looks like a Shepherd or just a puppy forever. I was like,
That's crazy.
Oh yeah, like when you know what I'm saying?
Oh, that's
these
so
dogs, I don't want to say
fun.
when these dogs die, but
Yeah.
one day, like, that's my next dog.
I've never seen
It's small.
like still. I've been over here a lot. I've never seen his dogs. I feel like
Yeah.
I've met
My Shepherd don't fuck with people. That's why we just kind of keep him in the cut. Yeah.
dogs don't even exist.
They don't even exist.
Exactly like parlay.
Yeah, they gonna exist.
I ain't seen them, so they don't
My
exist.
Shepherd bit a couple people too, man. That's why we
They don't exist just yet. I haven't
ain't fucking
seen
with
them.
it. Yeah.
If I don't see it, it ain't real.
Yeah.
So it's fake right now. It's fake news.
I get it. Is there like a so you say you guys got this label, you dropping everything under the I'm sorry, what was the label called again?
Flip Phone Plus.
Flip Phone Plus. I fuck with it. Oh yeah, matter of fact on that, they're bringing back there's a new flip phone dropping. I believe it's BlackBerry dropping this shit. Maybe Android.
It's the touchscreen one.
It's like a touchscreen joint with a flip. They trying to bring the flip
somebody
back.
else drop a flip too.
Yeah, this
It's
might be
just something
the.
about
Yeah.
slapping in a nigga face. Hang up on a nigga, just clap that shit. It was a vibe, but
That's what that boy Fairquan was saying.
I like I like the iPhones though. It's
Yeah.
cool. Shit sweet. Every
I'm an
iPhone
fanboy.
user feel like, yeah, just iPhone for life. If they ever come up with some different shit that's better than it, then
You know
I'm
what the
all
next
for
shit
it.
is though, right?
What?
It's the so it's about to be the AR, artificial reality. So Facebook just changed its name to Meta. They're creating the metaverse. They're working on it. So it's gonna be like a whole virtual reality universe, augmented reality universe. That's the next thing like we're moving towards. So like that's what's gonna replace the phones. It's gonna be like glasses.
Oh, they trying to
some
get
shit like that.
futuristic.
Yeah, it's
I'm for the
some real
vibes.
movie shit.
I'm for the vibes.
Yeah, I like you said that. See, because
So-
a lot of people would hate on it, but like, nah, we going towards this.
We don't have a
crazy
choice,
shit.
so you might as well adapt, or you gonna
We
be
got a
that,
choice though.
that angry old man. I hate this phone. You might as well adapt to that shit.
I mean, all of this shit is gonna be regular people building it in the factory. So if it's really that bad, like we just not gonna build the shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know.
One thing about this generation, if it's not cool, niggas not gonna buy it. So
Uh,
hopefully they do what's right. They do what they supposed to do, and it works out.
you fucking with the Soldier game?
You said the Soldier game?
The Soldier Boy new game system?
What's that?
You know
Like
Soldier Boy?
I said, I don't pay attention to that.
Oh, he got a new little. It looked like a damn, like not PSP, but like a little handheld game joint. You ain't
I
hit
thought
that.
he been had a game system from way back.
Nah, this like this year.
It's new.
Yeah.
I mean, kudos to him.
Hell yeah.
He do what he want to do. That's cool though. To have a game system in your own name. That's tough. So
Fuck with it.
I never seen it, so I can't relate.
Yeah.
relate.
You got the new iPhone?
I got the 12, not
Okay,
the
me too.
13 though.
Yeah.
As soon as I got the 12, the 13 came out, and I'm just like, y'all do this shit every time. Like
Oh, you're not hip to the schedule? You know they drop every September.
every September, I thought
Every
they
September.
skipped the year every
Nah.
now and then. Oh,
No, yeah. They dropped
shit
them
wild.
hoes. It's on my birthday
it's
too.
the same shit, but
Yeah.
the camera just different, I guess.
Yeah, I ain't get the new one. I might keep my shit for like 3 years, type shit.
Pay that shit off.
Yeah.
Get you a new one.
But
Yeah.
we about an hour in too.
All right.
You know what I'm saying? Like is there anything you want to lead the people with? Like, you know what I'm saying?
I mean, my name's Lex Lucent. You can find me anywhere because I be anywhere. Big shouts out to my friends and my family. Flip Phone Plus, Fake You Zoomy, Mac Zaddy, Who Got the Dutch, Diamond Count, my DJ Baby Old Pimp. Big shout out to him. Big shouts out to my Dukes. Shout out to everyone. Shout out to you for having me here.
Oh, yeah, no, appreciate
Very
you for sliding.
blessed to be here. It was an experience. And shouts out to life. And what I would tell people is, be your best you and do what you love to do, because life is short and you could be gone tomorrow. So
Hell yeah. We thank you guys for tuning in. Definitely appreciate you for
Yeah.
sliding. You know what I'm
Thank
saying?
you.
Lex has album, in case you forgot, out now. That'll be in the description. So definitely check out what she has going on. And yeah, man, just fuck with the artists from the 757. We got a lot of dope talent out here. Like I say
Word.
this shit every time. So yeah, man, the world about to see us soon. So yeah, we appreciate you guys for tapping in, and see you next week. Peace.
all right,
Hell yeah, yo, appreciate you.
no problem, man. Thank you.